You know, I really hate when I don't have my microphone plugged in. I'm sorry, I thought that last episode I actually had my microphone plugged in on my headset, but yep, I got it in now, so oh well, what can you do? Excuse me. Yeah, this is actually just right after the last video, and I just was like, I like this quest, so I might say it's a quest fit for a king. And I'll stop. So, anyway, now that we're here, gosh, my voice is so harsh from reading all that, like, deaths and the accents. There's just so much reading in the last episode, so for the purpose of this, we're gonna put voice and text on. So that way I actually can, talk and stuff. So, mind you, my voices are a bit different than what they actually sound like in the game. The mistress, she's actually very Russian sounding. I tried to sound kind of Bela Lugosi-ish type thing for the Count, but, I can only do so much. So, yeah, let's talk to the Count for a little bit, because both of these people have a lot to say. So, here we go.
So, I have until just before sunrise to retrieve this tiara?
That is correct.
And if I am unable to before that time?
The Count's eyes glint red as he looks directly into your own.
For your own sake, I shall hope that you are successful.
You bravely suppress a shudder. It seems clear that you are not off the hook yet.
Well, we can. I'm sure we can get that. I'm sure we can. Anything else to say, Count?
The Count has nothing more.
Alrighty. Can we talk to you, Grandma?
Pardon my asking, but as the Countess of this realm, I presume you have lived in this castle before now?
Yes, that is so.
Then how did you come to live in that old house by the sea?
After my husband died, I continued to live in the castle for a time. I watched my newborn son grow into a man, marry, and have a child of his own.
Possum.
Yes. Shortly after her birth, however, my son and his wife both befell a tragic end at the hands of...
The Countess looks pained and appears unable to continue.
I apologize if I have caused you to relive your grief.
A vampire cannot truly feel grief, but perhaps my wife still recalls hers. I shall continue for her, if you so wish.
Well, I'll let you talk, Count Kaldar, because that's kind of who we want to talk to anyway. Yeah, I can't do her Romanian, Russian-ish sounding accent, at least as a woman. I can't do that. So, well, yeah. Also, there's just so much talking right now, so hear voices.
Please, if I may know, how were your son and daughter-in-law lost to you?
They were slain by the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood?
You have met them at the church.
Your mind reels, so that is the connection.
So the church murdered a family. I mean, true. Vampires. I would probably try to murder the vampires. Well, not the family. I would murder the vampire. Not the family, because the family's innocent. Can you say anything else, Count?
Why would the Brotherhood kill your heirs? Oh.
As you have just guessed, the Brotherhood wish an end to the reign of my family. Why else would they give you the means to penetrate my domain, so that you could do their dirty work for them?
The Cross Key.
Exactly. Stolen from me through stealth, and their own brand of magic. The Counts of Colima have all descended from a single bloodline. We have always been partial to change, as opposed to the stagnating status quo of the Brotherhood. Over the last few decades, the Brotherhood have tried to dispose of my family as best they could. That which I am now was brought about by them. They were the ones who set the monstrous, infected bat upon me. Long have I cursed my ineptitude. I should have used magic to defend myself.
Do not be so hard on yourself, my dear. I remember that night well. That hideous creature gave you no chance.
Perhaps. But I should have awoken from my dark sleep sooner. Then I would have been able to protect our beloved son and his wife, and you would not have been forced to flee the castle, to live out your days in that wretched old house, under a false identity.
It was not so bad a time. Dear little possum loved it. I hope she will be as happy in her new home. She has a new life now, with no reason to fear any more.
This brotherhood, are they real monks?
They were once, but something happened to them. Local folklore would have you believe that Weirwood Forest is a host to certain entities. Spirits of the wild, they are called.
And what of them?
I believe the monks encountered these spirits. What occurred specifically is beyond anyone's knowledge but their own. But it is evident that the men were given the ability to transform themselves. Unfortunately, their minds were apparently transformed also. They began to believe they were destined to rule, and since have presented great danger to myself and my family.
So the danger you face is not a result of some decades-old feud?
Not at all, dear king, though history will likely reflect such. But, to answer your question, the members of the Brotherhood are no longer the goodly monks they once were. They do not represent their fellow brethren well.
Yeah, a pact of werewolves disguising themselves as monks is not a good substitute in Christianity. Yeah, and I don't know why I clapped, but I did. Yeah, so that's what we're up against. We have to get tiaras. We have to get a tiara to get to the vampire who has been turned into a vampire by this brotherhood of werewolves that has been wanting to kill him and his family for years. Yeah, it's getting pretty deep right now. Do you have anything else to say, Count Kaldar?
The Count has...
Okay. Alrighty. For the purposes of right now, I'm going to just turn text only, because I do want to look around and stuff. Well, we haven't looked at anything since we got here. We have this table full of just whatever. Let's look at it. An entire smorgasbord adorns the tabletop. It sits upon an elegant blood-red tablecloth. I like the word smorgasbord. I really do. I don't know why, but I do. Let's see. Looks like there's some turkey or something here. No. I could have sworn I could have picked up something. What's this? The Count is a slender I was looking at the glass, but whatever. The Countess is a slender lady who bears some resemblance to the elderly woman she once was. A black velvet gown graces her figure and makes her appeal genuinely regal. Like the Count, her skin is chalk white and her lips are blood red. Okay, that's what it is. Like a ham. That's what we take. I guess we can't take it from over there. You take the ham from the dining table. Of course we're going to need it. Can we, eat it? I don't know if we can. You're not hungry enough to eat an entire leg of lamb by yourself. Are you sure? Oh well. First off, let's go check this library. Maybe there's something here. And I'm conspicuously turning voice and text back on. Not for any reason, just 'cause.
You see a young woman sitting on the dusty floor. She has a book in her lap entitled Little Red Riding Hood.
I wish I could read this story. All the pretty words.
A young woman sits on the dusty floor. She is reading, or trying to read, a book entitled Little Red Riding Hood. Aside from the pictures, she does not appear to be comprehending the content at all.
One thing I don't like about this, I'm going to spoil it for you, that's Possum. That's the little girl, she's been turned into a woman. I hate her voice. Not the voice actress, she did a good job. I hate the tone of how she was. Because in the original, when she was Possum, she had a horribly annoying voice. And in this, the tone's alright, but they added an echo effect, which I find very weird because none of the other vampires have it. And that's my criticism of her voice. Like I said, the tone's alright, I just hate how there's an echo and everything. But anyway, let's talk to her.
Whatever do they say?
The book tells the story of a young girl who met a wolf in the forest.
The young woman's head snaps up. Her black eyes drill into your own. You gasp as you realize you are looking at yet another vampire. Just how many has the Count made tonight? The young woman's lips transform from hungry to, fortunately, pleasant recognition.
So you are the guest of my grandfather's house. I was hoping I would meet you again.
And she has
The woman
massive
is
cleavage.
startlingly beautiful, but in an eerie, unnatural way. You find yourself unable to speak for a moment. She does look somewhat familiar, but from where?
Oh, my handsome gentleman does not recognize me?
Should I?
You remember the basket, the soup?
With a start, you recognize the young woman. She's grown and matured considerably since you last saw her. The little girl, Possum, has been transformed completely into this. She has traded her small ruby cloak for a dazzling satin robe of the same color.
Are you unhappy with my appearance?
No, it's just that you have me at a disadvantage. I do not know your real name.
Anastasia.
A beautiful name.
Yes, 'twas one of the few things my parents left me before they died. They're probably buried somewhere on this island, as a matter of fact. What do you seek here?
You explain your so far unsuccessful attempt to locate the tiara. The young woman looks thoughtful for a moment, then suddenly snaps her fingers. A discarded pile of books shift aside from the floor, and a single black book is revealed underneath. She appraises the black book with indignant incomprehension, then holds it out towards you. You take the book from Anastasia's hand.
I do not suppose that has anything to do with it, but it must be about something important.
Huh. I wonder if her... I actually just kind of thought of this, while the cutscene was going on. I wonder if her being Anastasia has anything to do with, even though it's not it's historically proven that Anastasia, Romanoff, that Anastasia Romanoff was killed. I wonder if that's, maybe an homage to that, where possibly, her family was killed, but she did live on. I wonder if that is. I don't think it is. I wonder if that's what they're referencing. I'm not sure, but it could be. I'm not sure. But let's see. And here we are at the Librizzle. Alrighty, and before we go anywhere, let's check this book.
This black book is entitled Sleepy Hollow. It feels lighter than its size would suggest.
Well, Sleepy Hollow is not a long story, I don't think, but we're going to turn text back on. I forgot about that. And let's just examine it physically. You open the book and are surprised to discover not pages, but a hollowed-out section in which sits a silver key. The key's handle resembles the shape of a sleeping child. That's kind of morbid. There also appears to be something written on the back cover of the book. Huh. Well, let's see. In the hollow, you can now see that the inside book has been covered written on. Some words have been scrawled on the paper. They are faded, but still mostly legible. Alrighty. In treasure you seek dear to my heart, tales of fiction in which you must start. First find the beauty, with stepsisters too. Then visit the huts that the bad wolf blew. The big bad wolf blew. The girl with no flock will usher your way to the little old man who spins golds of hay. Those two star-crossed lovers shall be your last guide. They'll lead you to riches that pirates did hide. What you earnestly seek shall not truly be yours. Though get it part wrong, and you'll be greeted by maws. What? The book contains instructions, but instruction pertaining to what, I wonder? Read it to me. You do so. Why, it's the bookcase, silly. It tells you how you'd find a book from there. You have to simply follow the directions. I am sure you'll figure it out. What is Moz? That's a good thing. I want to know what that is. What the hell was that? That was weird. He will not bother me, seeing as how I am not at all appetizing to him. You, on the other hand, would be precisely his cup of tea. Anastasia's face lights up suddenly. If you want, I could make you like me. That way you could be safe. It would have sounded to you like a generous, innocent suggestion from a sweet girl, if it did not involve large losses of essential bodily fluids on your part. You politely decline the offer. Well, we do now know how to get past this puzzle, so let me, let's go look at the bookcase. Oh, look, so many books. I just want to press one. Uh-oh. Oh no, what happened? What happened? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Oh, good lord. That was horrible. Oh, thank you. You became acquainted with the greatest book critic of all time. Alrighty. Well, let's see. Since we have this list of books, give me just a second, guys. I'm going to pause the video so I can write them down, so I'm not having to look through them so many times. So, see you guys in a sec. Alrighty. So I managed to write them down real quick. It's still going to take a while to look through all the books, but I at least have them written down. So, yeah, we need to find our books. First off, it was the girl with the two stepsisters, so we need Cinderella. I can never remember where these are. There's just so many freaking... There's just so many... Oh, there's Cinderella. Okay. So, Cinderella. Followed by the big bad... three... Let's see. Oh my gosh, why am I doing it? What the hell is that? Fundevul... I don't know what that is. If you guys know what that is, please tell me. Let's see. The Three Little Pigs. That's the next book. Let's see, Rumpelstiltskin, we'll come to that later. Let's see, I'm sorry I'm not giving you guys, like, great commentary, because I'm just like, I don't remember where that is. Let's see, Mary Had a Little Lamb, nope, that's the next one. Little Bo Peep. No, sorry, no, Little Bo Peep is the next one, sorry, What are the little boys? I don't know, like, most of these stories. I really don't. A Wise Old Owl. Oh my goodness, where's the... I'm sorry, the Cat in the Hat comes back. It's just not very good. This Little Piggy, nope. No, not Three Blind Mice. Where are you? I think it's a little funny that, like, most of these stories we've actually used, or were used in the first game, and, you know, will be used later in other King's Quest games. Like I said, I'm trying to at least, you know, give you some kind of commentary while I find the Three Little Pigs. Oh my goodness, why? I'm sure, like, I know one of you is just like, it's... Oh, man. Oh my goodness, why? Oh my goodness. Well, that's the one of the last books. So, yeah, okay, screw it, you guys. I know you'll want to see me find them, but this is taking too long, so I'll show you right before I click on Treasure Island, because that's the last book. Okay, I actually forgot about this. Once you click on Romeo and Juliet, this book pops up, and it's actually Treasure Island, because I'm assuming that if you haven't looked throughout all the cases, that one's not there, so let's click on Treasure Island. You've located the correct book. You pluck it from the shelf and read its title, Treasure Island. What's this? It seems there seems to be a lock binding the cover shut. The keyhole requires a small, thin key. Well, we do have a key. I don't remember if this is actually the right one, but let's see. A shiny silver key. Let's see if this works. The key fits perfectly into the lock. You turn it and hear a soft click. The book is now open. Sweet. Let's look at it. Skimming through the book, you find that a map has been sketched into the last page. Close scrutiny reveals that it is a top-down layout of the castle and its surrounding grounds. According to this, the tiara has been buried near one of the graves. You shudder, hoping that this is not going to be a case of digging all night while trying to avoid unearthed zombies. Let's see. There is also a small piece of writing near the bottom. A date of fate can be found with a first, a second, and a date of nothing. Okay. Well, let's see. We've managed to get all that stuff done, and now we're going to go look for the tiara. But this episode has been going for quite a while, so I'm going to stop it right here. Well, thank you all for watching. Let's play King's Quest II. See you next time.